Welcome back to another What I Eat in a Day video, and I'm going to show you everything I ate today. So before we move further, if you want to see more of what I eat in a day and plant-based inspiration, make sure you hit the subscribe button. So today is a little different. I don't have all my stuff prepared or packed. I've been on this 2-day streak of not having what I need for lunch and breakfast, and started with yesterday. My food, I had like my Corningware dish full of green beans and quinoa. It was going to be for breakfast. It was going to be amazing, and I was going to take a picture of it to post to my Instagram because I post my food pictures there every single day. And I dropped it. It broke. It went everywhere. And you know what a mess. If you've ever had to clean up quinoa, you know that is a task. So, and that was at work. But cool thing aside from all that is I had like zero reaction. I'm like, oh, well, I guess I wasn't supposed to eat that today. Like, of course, the sad part is food that's wasted. You know, like that's the one part that probably hurt a little. But, it's neat to have a nervous system that responds like that. And I credit that to my lifestyle, the way I eat, you know, my spiritual practices, and like the herbs that I consume. Like you guys see me drink my nighttime beverages and my morning beverages. Like I haven't been doing coffee. I have very little caffeine in like tea form. And so I don't know. I gotta credit it to something, right? Like that's super, super cool. So it's just like, oh. And I accredit that to going outside 15 minutes a day, getting natural sunlight, and putting my feet on the earth. That too, because the earth is nourishment. Anyhow, wanted to share that. But all that aside, so that means today I'm going to need to leave work to go to the grocery store next to work and get something to eat food-wise. So what that'll look like, I've got a bag of potatoes in my desk, so I'll grab some apples. And I have carrots at work too. And I'll grab like some frozen vegetables. So yesterday I got these nice, it was fresh broccoli, but it was the kind in the steamer bag, like that they cut up. And every time I heat up broccoli at work, like sometimes I feel like it smells worse than other times. Like yesterday, everybody gave me such a hard time. I think it's hilarious. I crack up. But I'm going to try to get something that maybe doesn't make my entire place of business smell like broccoli today because of being nice. So stay tuned. I'll take you to the grocery store with me, and we'll see what we find. So here I am going into the closest grocery store here by where I work, and of course getting me some fruit. And I wanted to see if they by chance got my oil-free rice, but they've completely stopped selling it. But I always like to go back and look in hopes that they maybe have it. Like everything has oil, and it's so sad. And so I found some veggies. I got some cauliflower and then some California medley. And once I got back to work, I had to wash off these apples because I dropped one of them on the floor, and it went rolling underneath one of the registers, and I had to wash it really good. I'm going to heat up some potatoes that I already had at work, and then I'm going to have some cauliflower for breakfast. I'm still sticking to eating veggies for breakfast, and I've gotten used to it by now, so it's just like the norm. And these apples were so big, by the way. They were huge. I think they were Cosmic Crisp apples, but they were like the extra, extra big ones. It took me forever to eat them, which is cool because if you know me and you've seen my videos before, I'm like eating apples all day long, but they're the small ones. These big ones just took so long to eat, which is kind of cool. And then here's my cauliflower and my golden potatoes. I went home for my technical lunch break, made me a nice little beverage, put my feet on the earth, and then came back to work. I like to ground for at least 15 minutes a day. It's great nourishment for your body, mind, spirit, helps to reset the nervous system. And I came back, snacked on some carrots, and then here's another one of those big apples. I don't even know if you can really tell by here, but it's huge. And look, it's sour and sweet, which I'm digging. If it was all just sour, I wouldn't be as impressed, but it's sour and sweet. I had some mini cucumbers. I find that these are such a great snack. It keeps me from snacking on stuff sweeter. Not that nothing's wrong with fruit, absolutely not. But The cucumbers kind of keep me neutral to where like I'll eat some and then I can get full and then I'm not like reaching for more apples and bananas. I don't know. Maybe if you know, you know. I warmed up some golden potatoes, and then there's my California medley, and I had some low sodium soy sauce. We're back home now, and here's my grocery haul that I got from Aldi's. I have got some stuff here because I'm going to make a cool salad dressing, so that's what the balsamic vinegar and the spicy mustard is for. Got some knock your sprouts off bread. That's for the baby. It's an oil-free sprouted healthy bread, some organic soy milk, some more ground turmeric because you know I make my yummy turmeric drinks, and I've got some white beans here because I make my cheese sauce out of the white beans, and I put them in Berkeley smoothies as well. Got some organic frozen strawberries. I love to get frozen fruit for the baby, and some apples, organic apples, and some pears. Got some, you know, I'd been buying broccoli fresh. Well, now I'm actually buying it. I go back and forth. Now I'm buying it in the bags again. Look at all the veggies, because it's like, it wears on me, you know, at the end of a long day, and then it's like time to chop up broccoli and steam it, and I can just throw it in the microwave. And so I'm back to that again, see if I could just, it helps me out a little bit. Well, a little lot. Here, also some pasta, some of my quinoa pasta, and some frozen mango. And you see Berkeley is already showing us what she wants here. She wanted strawberries. She ate 2 plates of strawberries. Here's an apple. Couldn't resist. It's much smaller than the ones I had earlier in the day. I'm going to take 2 of these bags of broccoli, and these are just the kind that you can't put these in the microwave, but these broccoli bags, you can steam them, but literally all I have to do is cut open the bag and they're already all chopped up, so it does cut my time down in half. And so I let the water start to boil a little bit and then added both the bags. I'm going to be making some of that yummy mac and cheese. So of course my beans are going to come into handy here because I'm making my cheese sauce out of beans. I'll leave the full recipe below if you haven't tried it out yet. It's so good. You have got to. I love it. I actually used oat milk for that. I have the soy milk there from where I make my beverage. You'll see. And you know, I love to use my Joy oat milk powder, right? I've got that, but I like to save that for baby girl because I want best of the best for her, and I drink these drinks all day long, not all day long, and so but this soy milk has no oil in it, so that's why I will opt for that as a backup, so I'm not going through all of our Joy oat milk powder. Anyways, here is, after I add all the ingredients for the cheese sauce, there's some rice vinegar and some nutritional yeast, some pink salt and garlic. You guys have seen me make this before, but if you're here for the first time, welcome. And I will leave this cheese sauce recipe for you. It's made out of beans. It's so filling and it's so good. The flavors to me are perfect. I love it a lot. So that's getting nice and blended in the blender. Here's me cooling down my little cacao drink. Such a cacao addict now. This is a very intentional, heart-healing beverage. I've shared full of magnesium and tons of other benefits. And drinking very intentionally, it can help to center you, and just it helps with not only, you know, it's a physical, emotional, mental, all these sorts of things when drinking cacao. It's like a full-on blown experience. So making baby's lunch, here is some of our Forager Project organic probiotic cashew milk yogurt. It's a honey alternative, so it's bee free, and they sent it to us. Is this the new flavor for us to try? They sent it to us, and it's so good, so good. We love Forager Project. I love what they're all about. We have a whole like cookbook from Forager Project. You can make so many different things with their yogurt. I'm also making her breakfast here, just while I'm letting my food prepare. That's why I'm trying to knock 2 birds out with 1 stone. I've added some mango and some frozen blueberry, and that's her little cashew and date bar, and it's literally only made out of that. So she's got her healthy fats, and she's got her fruit, and I'll put it in the fridge. That will thaw out by tomorrow. Here's some of her yogurt. She loves their yogurt so much. Giving her some of the steamed broccoli that I just made, and she's going to get some of this mac and cheese, some of this bean mac and cheese, which she loves, and she'll have that in her lunch for tomorrow. So my quinoa noodles are all nice and done. I just poured them back in the pan or the pot, and this time I made a double batch of the cheese sauce, which was so smart because then I could make the whole package of pasta and it was enough cheese. So double bag of cheese. I'm giving her mac and cheese, and she's so happy. And I'm getting my plate all ready with tons of broccoli. And I was impressed by the way the broccoli tasted. It didn't A lot of times if you're not doing it fresh, I have found that the taste is much different after it's been in a bag. I ended up adding some spicy mustard on top. Spicy mustard is such a good condiment. Like, I love it. I will eat it on anything. Not anything sweet, but like salty stuff, obviously. So I learned something today. I was watching a What I Eat in a Day video from Getting Healthy with Stacia. She's here on YouTube. She also follows a high carb, low fat. And she had talked about snacking, how she's such a snacker. And it really resonated with me because I'll think, because I have like a house full of apples and bananas, I'll just like eat them all day long. And then it was like a challenge, you know. She's like, well, I'll ask myself, am I really hungry or am I just bored? And so I sat with that and I'm like, that's me. And so it was cool. So I wanted to share that with you guys. So maybe I won't eat 5 apples in a day. It's about listening to our hunger cues. So I'm adding some paprika on top of the mac and cheese. And I knew I would add a lot because I'm holding it with one hand and holding the camera, but it actually ended up tasting really, really good. Paprika is amazing. Smoked paprika is the kind I put on top here. So here's my plate. I can't tell you how perfect this all tasted. And I put my spicy mustard on top of my broccoli. It was the bomb. It was such a nice little Thursday meal. If you're enjoying my What I Eat in a Day videos, you can always support my channel further at buymeacoffee.com. And don't forget, I upload videos every Monday and Friday. Would love to have you back for more. Leave me a comment. Make sure you hit like if you made it all the way through. Thank you guys for being here. Have a great rest of your week.